Hey guys, before I go to sleep, like usual, I want to leave you with something useful. So I'm gonna bring an idea to leave you with. One sec. Energies. Energy is a huge topic. I don't know what to talk about energies. They just say energies. All I can think right now, like it just came in a vision, is when I sit down outside my grass and I meditate and I feel all these huge circles of energies that are invisible. But when we call a space an emptiness, it's not emptiness, it's a fully charged space of energy, which means it's like Ethan will tell me, like the gas when he puts it on the dirt bike is like the engine for you to manifest. They just came as a vision when they just told me about energy, and it happens to me when I see it. Everything around you, the empty space, is not nothingness, it's actually filled with potential. The actual entire quantum of potentials are in this emptiness that you don't see. What you don't see is like that void where you start creating. And that's filled with energy. And the only way to connect with that energy is to use our antennas. We are antennas. Our brains, our neurons, and our heart are filled with antennas. And this is amazing because it's just being discovered scientifically. Neurons don't store information. Neurons actually release the information or projects the information or retrieve the information from the quantum. So whatever was taught before about neurons storing the information on our past and everything, it was not accurate. Actually, what neurons does is they are the antennas to the quantum that retrieves the information back to you. Kind of like a cell phone really retrieving the information from the cloud, something like that. That's one of the studies that I will get more deep into it because it's very interesting. Crazy stuff. We used to think that neurons store information, but they don't. And the way that they found it was because they started trying to find new memories for computers. And I'm gonna make it very short. And so they realized that the silicon that they used to store the information wasn't sufficient enough to store that much information. So they started studying nature to see what they can come out with to store information. And they started studying water. So they include water into the devices. And when the information were coming into the water, they realized that there were like multiple information, like bibliotheques of information stored in one little drop of water, pure water, by the way, not just whatever water, pure water. But then they asked themselves, how can it be stored in one little drop of water? And then they realized it wasn't stored in the water. The water was like an antenna projecting to the quantum, retrieving the information. And then they started studying neurons, and they realized neurons are very similar to the drop of water. Very deep to get into it for now. And going back to the heart, they realized also in like the 1990s, they realized that the heart have neurological cells that act independently from the brain. So they act independently. These two are our antennas to the quantum. And when we meditate or we walk outside, because you are always in a state of meditation, whether you realize it or not, you are always meditating and manifesting whatever, in whatever way you do, consciously or unconsciously. So whenever you are outside or inside or whatever it is that you're doing, whatever you're thinking and feeling, you are already projecting it. So you are already retrieving whatever is information in the quantum, which is universal. Information is universal. So whatever you project, you attract. And that's why it's so important to be mindset, to think what you think, in another word, to be careful of the stuff that you want to project, of the stuff that you feel. I tell that to my sons all the time, by the way. Be careful, because you attract more of what you want or what you don't want. It doesn't matter. The universe doesn't matter whether you like it or not. Whatever you focus is what you attract. And if you see energies, going back to the energies, everything is energies. When I meditate, I see all these circles like a vortex or like a spiral of moving. I get to see the energies that are invisible. And I get to see, be careful what you are projecting right now, because you are connecting to the everything. Crazy stuff. Did not know what to say tonight, and they just brought me the energy thing, and I could talk the whole night about it. But I'm gonna leave it there because I'm gonna go to bed. Have a great night, and probably you didn't get it because I went way too deep, too fast, and too broad. But anyways, I just wanna leave you with something today. Have a great night.